the lead code problem, longest consecutive sequence. So for this problem, you'll be given an array of unsorted array of integers, and you need to return the length of the longest consecutive sequence. So here for an example, when you say consecutive, what they mean is that the numbers are separated by 1. So here, for example, given this input, the longest sequence is 1, 2, 3, 4. Since all the numbers, they're just separated by 1. And yeah, so actually this is pretty straightforward problem, and they're also given us some constraints about how much will be the length of the array and how much will be the length of each integer in that array. So usually people given this problem, they try to solve it first by trying to sorting the array, and then they try to keep a count of the values. So to give you another restriction they have given is that the algorithm must be running in O of n time. So since it's O of n, anything which sorts, any sorting operation at the the best performance be n of log n. So without sorting, we should be trying to solve it. So given this constraint, the best way to do is by using a HashSet data structure. So given a HashSet, it has constant lookup time, O of 1 time complexity, and using that, what we could do is we can store all the values in a HashSet, and then we can traverse it and find out which is the smallest number and try finding the length of each sequence and comparing it to see which is the maximum one. So yeah, that's a pretty straightforward solution for it. So yeah, let's try coding it. First thing, create a hash set. Then we just add all the values in it. So for int num, after that, we'll just create a variable max equal to 0. So this is the one which at the end of the program will be returning it. So yeah, so now that we have stored all the elements inside of a hash set, we're going to traverse this list again, and this time we are going to find the length of each sequence. So for that, let me first create a helper method, private int so it takes two values, one is a number and one is the hash set itself. So maybe I need to declare this. So the way it will work is as follows. As long as a number is present in the hash set, we keep incrementing the count, and when it's no longer present, we return it. So we'll say int count equal to 0, and while and then we just say return count. So yeah, this way we can just find the length of each sequence. So now let's first try traversing into this integer array. First thing we'll do is that we should check every number. So here, given this, we are traversing this array, we encounter 4. So we already determined that the smallest value inside of this is 1. And that's so if you're going to start a sequence, we always start from the minimum number. So first thing we'll check is that is the value which we have the minimum value of the sequence. So if hedges so there's something smaller than this, we just say continue. We don't try processing the remaining. Else we just retrieve the value of the sequence. Let's copy this. And we keep comparing it to the max. So max equal to so yeah, both the use cases are passed. I'll try submitting it. So yeah, the time complexity of this solution will be O of n. because I think we're traversing it twice. So it's where n is the number of values inside the array. The first time we traverse it to add it to a hash set, and the next time we traverse it to get the sequence length. So yeah, maximum number of times we do is 2 of n, which is still n. So space complexity is also O of n, since we are creating a new hash set of size n, which is used to store all the values inside of the array. So yeah, this problem is categorized as a common Google phone interview question. So since it's simple, usually in remote interviews, it's asked very frequently. So yeah, let me leave comments and let me know if there's an easier solution than this.